Good evening to all. How's everybody doing? It is today, Sunday, June 9th. Let me put the phone right here on the stick right here so I can read it from here, man. June 9th, year 2024. How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining in. Q&A. I wanted to do this Q&A. See what's going on, what's up. A lot of things are going on in the world. A lot of things, crazy things. And this is our second live feed today. But I wanted to jump in here to talk to you guys. How are you guys? How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining in. Q&A. Go ahead. Nice topics. Also, buy me a coffee. It is right there, pin in the chat. For people to just people who want to join in and contribute to my independent reporting and travel fund, buy me a coffee is right there. I will, if you contribute, I will personally read your question and your comment, and I will give you a quick shout out over here. So nice to say hello to you guys. Figure Facebook to your okay. I'm reading all your let me just read right here. Good evening, Richard and Henry. Good evening from MacPherson, Kansas. Never heard of that, but nice to say hello to you. MB Paris. Hello, Oscar. Hello, how you doing? Ms. Belinda Edhart. Blessings, Oscar, and all. Thank you so much for the blessings. It's Carol Peterson watching from Iowa. Blessings to Mayor. Good evening, Oscar from Chicago. All the way to Chicago, Windy City. Oh, Joyce Williamson Leonardi says, hello, hello. It's the first time you popped up in my Facebook in a long time. I don't, I clearly just use Facebook for just to, de relleno, like we say in Spanish, just to fill in the space. Because we, Facebook is just so bad. It's just the most unreliable platform. It is Facebook. I'm thinking about using Twitch now. I'm really thinking about using Twitch, uncensored Twitch, uncensored. So I'm really thinking about going over there. First question, Elizabeth Byrne Donnie says, what countries are these people crossing our borders are? What's the UN involvement in this? I don't call it, you call it an invasion. I have a different perspective of it. I respect every single, perspective of this situation, but I have a different perspective. But it's all across the world, and the UN has a big influence in it. It's called the Global Compact on Migration. I have been talking about it for years and years and years. It's direct. OIM, UNHCR, all of them, they're involved on this destabilization of our borders. It's not helping. It's just they're using our people for political gain. Hello from San Angelo, Texas. Hello, Oscar from Hayward, California. God bless you. God bless you. Good evening from Costa Rica, pura vida. La vida más bonita de Costa Rica. Good evening to you. Thank you, Oscar from North Carolina. That's beautiful. I like Telegram. We watch Behold Israel to get our true news, as well as from Oscar. Yeah, Telegram is good. I think I'm going to use Twitch. That's where I'm going to go, possibly. Hello from beautiful California. Nick Miller. Yes, it's beautiful, but it's communist. Oscar, how will the new female president of Mexico do in the long run? I don't. She's a progressive So I don't think that it's. Let's see how it goes, man. I'm just praying to God that everything goes well, and that our country goes in a better route. I'm just praying. Uh, Noon there, call it a conspiracy from Detroit. How you doing? Um, Michelle Resendes, blessings upon you from Renton, Washington. Oh my God, Renton. Uh, I just bought a coffee, forgot to add my name. What the hell? It's anonymous. That's you. Somebody bought you a coffee. It says right here. Thank you so much, Teresa Riley. Thank you so much. Thank you. Buy me a coffee is right there. Everything that you guys donate right now, it will go to my travel fund. We're trying to travel and we're trying to move as fast as we can and as much as we can. We're trying to do the best that we can to travel and to do, the best that we can. But it's really difficult for us to travel and to do as much as we can. Really, it's really hard. And to do it on our own, it's really, really hard. So we're trying to do the best that we can. We're trying. Let me just text back this right here. Um, Questions. Praying for Mexico, America, and Israel. Yeah, and also, pray for Palestine also that they get liberated from Hamas and Hezbollah. Let's pray for them also. Hello, Oscar from Southern California. Mary Ellen Diapolo Link. How you doing? Um, Very sad. I'm from Pennsylvania, very corrupt. I'm a French Puerto Rican concerned about this nation. Yep, really bad. Oscar, do you think this migration will stop in one day when Trump wins? Well, it's not that migration is never going to stop. It is a thing that has been going on since human beings started. It's if you're talking about what is going on at your borders, mass migration and this complete disaster, as soon as he gets in, he's going to get out of the United Nations, and that will decrease, and it will bring a little bit things back to normal. Um, it is going to, change a lot if he gets in. Uh, Loving you from Arizona, Margene Candela. Thank you so much. Thank you. Cat Wright, hello from Connecticut. From corrupt blue Connecticut, we need Republicans in office. How you doing, Teresa Riley? Um, what do you think about Russia warships coming to Cuba this week? Well, they're both of them. They work together, so there has both of them. They're allies, so it's non different. For me, it's non different. It's like the U.S. allying with Israel. It's they're allies, so whatever happens with them is just it's just part of their mechanism, man. Oh. Do you think some of these migrants are part of sting operation to expose the court? Do you think some of these migrants are part of a sting operation to expose the court? No, I don't think so. No, 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 no. They're just good people, really good people. There are more good people than bad people, but there's bad people in it. Uh, Good evening to all. How's everybody doing? We got some audience going on. Give it a like to the video, share the video, like the video, share the video, hit the like button on YouTube, hit that bell button on Facebook, hit that bell button on YouTube, hit that like button on Facebook, share our pages. It is Sunday. It is 9:12 in the evening. Uh, you know, it's late, but West Coast time. Any thoughts on female globalist Jewish woman elected president of your country? What's in store for Mexico? Well, she's a progressive. I have said multiple times. I already addressed this comment. We're hoping that it will be good in our side. We're hoping, we're praying. I cannot judge a thing that it hasn't happened. I cannot say it's going to be really bad if we haven't even started yet. I don't even know what I know her plans. I have been reading what she is planning to do with the country. And like every leftist, they promise a lot of things and they pander to first the people, first the people. Let's see what will happen in the first couple of years. We will see how the country's going. After the first 2 years, we will see, definitely how the country's rolling. And I will tell you, this is heading this way. Even after a few months in, her policies, she's going to start sign them off, and we're going to start seeing like, holy moly, this is not going to be good. So I cannot judge a person that hasn't been, you know, it's just because she's a leftist doesn't mean, well, it means, yeah, it means, but I cannot judge still. Good evening, Ola Real. Are there child sex trafficking really going on coming over the border, Oscar? Which I have seen personally, no. Which I have seen personally, no. I haven't really encountered that. I have seen abused towards migrants, sex, rape, abuse in the Darien Gap. I have seen that in the borders. I have seen it. Actually seen it personally firsthand. No. Other journalists telling me yes. You know, I had actually seen it firsthand. No. Other journalists telling me yes. Uh, do you think Joe is building an army to take over from the inside? I know in my heart he is. Well, that's speculation. But it's a lot of things. A lot of people are thinking really bad stuff that it's gonna happen. The only thing that I can say is that I think that he's building the new generation of Democrats to completely eradicate the Republican Party. That's obvious that they're doing that, and they're using our people to do that. Uh, you think Biden will be impeached for treason? I hope, but really difficult knowing that your Congress and your Senate are such involved together. It's a uniparty, so ooh, it's really difficult for me to say, oh yeah, it's going to lead to that. You have really a handful of good Republicans, so I cannot say that it's going to push to the other side. I really cannot. I really cannot say that, and I'm just I'm just saying that. More questions? Oh my God, this texting is just so. Well, Oscar, there is a. We need Spanish vote. We need Spanish vote to vote for pro-life, and that's what we're banking on. You cannot ask for the Latino and Hispanic vote if you don't actually also talk to them in their own language. It's just we need Spanish speakers also. It's a reality. It's a reality. It's like we had if we had a majority of people that they were born in the United States and also they live in Mexico and they are they're nationals now. It will be completely you know more logical if we start speaking English also to them. We need to explain and we need to start speaking then to them in Spanish. I don't care. United States is for English and they need to learn English. It's like me when I speak Spanish and people are like, hey man, can you help me out to explain it in English? It will be rude if I start saying, we'll learn Spanish. It's we need to understand that there's, the Latino and Hispanic vote is extremely important, but we need to also address the situation like it is. Uh, Oscar, there is a PAC in the USA that worked to take down the Republican Party. I know it. Okay. To change the current immigration laws and enforce ones that are already on the books, Oscar. Um, would it make a difference to change the current immigration laws or enforce the ones that already are on the books, Oscar? Well, I can tell you there is the thing is that you guys have been agreeing with the global compact on migration and letting the United Nations run your borders. That's the problem. That's why it's a disaster. So your laws has already been implemented. Now I think that you need to expand more on programs and all these kind of situations. But you already have taken so much. So it's just I don't know what is the next strategy to address. I think that you guys have already taken so much, millions of people. So I don't know what is the next step. Yes. Thanks. Article 3, Section 3, taken care of immediately. What is this? We, the people, can demand things like Article 3, Section 3, Clause 1 be taken care of immediately. What is that? I don't even know what is that. I'm from pastors. We need Spanish pastors. Okay. Okay. The voting laws need to be changed. This is why voting is. Well, you need voting ID. I don't think that it's nothing wrong with that. Voting ID, I think it is the best solution for you do not have a lot of fraud and also paper in ballots. It's so easy. You know, um, I think that it's uh, what's annoying about funding the other countries so that they stay in their country is that it's always us who pays. Well, I have said this multiple times before. You have your American corporations in all expanding in our countries, taking advantage of our economical system and making a profit over 300%. And all your, U.S. corporations are making a lot. That's the huge problem. And it goes in, it's like I give you, you give me kind of situation. So arrange that. And believe me, you know, there's no way that a lot of people will, uh, and the thing is that years have passed and still the U.S. is funding. Why you think they are? Why? And even with Trump, they were funding. Even Trump wanted to fund $4.8 billion to Central and South America, Central America only, for them to get a better infrastructure, to get economy going, uh, and all this kind of situation. He was funding it, even when even him was part of funding to create a better infrastructure in education, security, and so and so. So you want, American corporation needs to expand more on their capitalist salary. Cannot be taking advantage of people like that, man. Cannot. Can Jake Paul beat Mike Tyson? Is Mike Tyson too old? Jake is too experienced. Jake doesn't have experience. First and foremost, he's a blogger turned into a boxer. Um, he doesn't have the experience. He's young. He's strong. That's the only thing. Mike is too old, but he's a beast still. He's almost 60 years old. Come on, he's doing it for the money. But let's see Jake Paul take on a young, kind of Mike Tyson. Would you think that he will do it? I don't think that he can even beat him over at 60, man. His experience will take him over. Um, Oscar, are you going to run for office one day? I don't think so. I don't like politics. I'm not a politician. What I can do is speak internationally and speak of what I think and what I believe that it can be the solution for all of this. I can do that and help a lot. I can do that. you know, Even if the leftists hate me and they derogatory. They use derogatory language towards me. I don't give a rat's ass what they say. Really, I don't. Um, let's see another one. So, what do you think it will be the answer? Will be the answer to all of this? Answer or solution? Because answer, it will be you asking me a question about that, and I don't know what your question is. And you're asking about funding Central America. Meanwhile, you guys are funding Ukraine like a mother, and also you're funding two wars right now. So what are you? You're preoccupied of funding Central America when you guys are funding two wars. It's crazy. Uh, what do you think will be the answer to this? I already said it. I already said, get out of the global compact on migration. It's just a disaster. Stop the funding to these NGOs. Only fund the NGOs that they're doing legitimate work and helping legitimately to the people, not making a profit. Prosecute the NGOs that they have been making a profit and making money out of human misery, and also to those progressive mercenary Marxist communist socialist activists, liberals. Investigate them that they have been interfering with the NGOs because a lot of them they're involved with the activity of the cartel. Secure the border. Uh, and ultimately enforce the rule of law. That's the priority thing, and then create programs for uh, better solutions for asylum refugee uh, thrive the economies internationally and ultimately in international in Central and South America. Create more jobs, bring more industries, more international industries. You give me, I give you, kind of like a win-win situation. Um, I think that will be the solution to start. Best guy ever, my brother. I just heard the song Chuck that Marky made for me. He told me, you know, uh, he told me Chuck is going to play that song as soon as you travel with him to Armenia and Israel. I'm like, I don't want to hear it. Love you, Chuck, for all the way from Armenia. I'm trying to make it to Armenia with Chuck. So everything that is getting fund right now through this, through this podcast and every single podcast that I do or when I travel, everything is to save money to go with Chuck to Armenia and then Israel on October 7th. I'm trying to go to the anniversary to October 7th. Uh, if Trump gets out of the UN, will also mean getting out of the WHO. That's different. That's completely different. Um, and but it's the UN. It's the UN Migration Pact. That's completely different. You know, did you mow the lawn? No, I did not. Although I wanted to, but no, I did not. I did not do it. I was busy making a carne asada, so I'm sorry about that. You compare countries like England from France, Spain, close who fought within themselves for centuries, and compared to other countries who never truly aim stability. That's completely different, man. You cannot compare what's happening in Europe to what happened in Central and South America. What do you think if you compare countries like England, France, Spain, and close who fought within themselves for centuries and compared to other countries who never truly aim stability? That's completely different, man. These are first class world countries, considered first class world countries. You're comparing to Central and South America that there are the majority are third world class countries that they have been corruptibly been, destroyed, and that it's a complete destruction with the cartel, with the distribution of narcotics, with corruption of infiltrated, guerrillero, groups, and Um, it's completely a different world. You cannot have that, and they're run by communists. A place where you're not available to speak. You don't have the ability and the freedom to speak freely, or you will be jailed, imprisoned, incarcerated, and possibly eradicated from the planet. So it's different, completely different, non-comparable. So I'm sorry about that comparison, but it doesn't work like that. So, uh, uh, entonces se pone de acuerdo para hacer que uno se vaya en documento. Ay, ¿cómo? Bueno, eh, tienes ya mucho. Let me address this comment. Daniel Ortega, tienes mucho tiempo eh, mensajeando lo mismo. Y yo creo que ya ha sido mucho tiempo. Hay muchas organizaciones donde te puedes acercar. Tienes más de un año mandándome esos tipos de mensajes y ya te respondí una vez y sigues haciéndolo, pero no me molesta, pero hay muchas organizaciones donde te puedes acercar y ya se sabe que hay extorsión, ya se sabe que hay abuso, lo hemos documentado, lo he hecho. Eh, ¿Usted quiere que yo me meta hasta el punto de que ya pierda la vida? ¿Hasta ese punto quiere usted? O sea, ese es su punto. O sea, por favor. Ah, ah. Oscar, do you agree with Trump about building walls and mass deportation if he gets in office? Whew, what a question. Building walls. Walls have has always been there. It's not about building walls. It's just reinforcing the wall that it was there before. And the one that who started building the wall is Clinton, and he's a Democrat. The one that reinforced the wall, it was Obama, and he put the heat sensor wall, and he was the one who deported more Mexicans and Latinos in history and Hispanics in history. The one that divided more families was Barack Obama. That he deported more and divided more families in his administration. The one that built the cages for children was Barack Obama. The one that created more wars with his neighbor country was Barack Obama with the Operation Fast and the Furious. So if you're talking about building walls, I don't see none different from Clinton to Trump. I really don't. If you're talking about size, it's just it's the same wall, same division. You're just building it higher. So what is the difference? Mass deportation. I don't agree with him saying it because I don't think that it's going to actually help. Um, what it's actually going to do is provoke more people to come under his campaign, and also possibly to provoke the people from inside in the left and the Democrats to use it as a strategy, as they're using it already to protest and riot or protest. Let's say just protest inside of the United States, as they're doing it right now. They're using our people to protest. These progressive liberals, they're using our Latino and migrant people to protest in New York. So when you're doing, I'm going to mass deport everybody, imagine they're protesting right now against Biden. What would it happen if a Republican or Trump gets, they know that they're 10 points, 5 points, up in the polls to be president? What do you think is going to happen? So, other than knowing that they're going to be mass deporting, when he talks about mass deportation, the left completely distortions the information of what he's trying to do. And what he's trying, and basically, I'm not defending the man, but I'm just saying, let's be specific of what he's going to try to do. He's going to try to return the people that they don't qualify for asylum and the people that they don't have a legitimate case for asylum. Those people that they entered the country illicitly without credible fear. And those people do not have a case for asylum, although the ACLUs and the liberals and all these NGOs are going to say everybody has a credible case for asylum. Everybody's a case. Under the law of immigration law in the United States of America, you need to be specific of what is asylum and what is refugee. And just because you're running from an economical system that you don't have a job doesn't mean that you have asylum and refugee under the United States of America. You can get a job in Panama, Colombia, Mexico, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Honduras, whatever place. There's 154 countries where you can also apply for asylum and refugee. That's the Global Compact on migration. So mass deportation, although, I will say this, and honestly, the undocumented economy, in the United States provides billions and billions of dollars. Those are the undocumented economy. Those are the ones that they are basically feeding the American corporations. Who am I talking about? McDonald's, Burger King, Costco, Walmart. The undocumented economy is the one that is paying more than the average, American. Why? Because those are the places where the undocumented individual goes and buys his groceries, goes and, gasoline, puts gasoline. And ultimately, it's a lot. It's a multi-billion economy. It is called the ghost tax. It is a tax that is not, unrecognizable. You can recognize it or not recognize it, but it's a tax that you will say, like, where is this money coming from? If it is not from an individual that is registered under the IRS, well, it's a ghost tax. So that is multi-billion economy. So to deport all the people will be completely shooting yourself in the foot. If he's talking about mass deportation, he's talking about under the Biden administration, what has happened, the millions that they have entered irregularly through a non-port of entry and not having legitimate case of asylum, only coming in because they want a better job, and that is not a case for asylum. So they will. I don't know how he's going to do it. I don't know if he has a strategy, because to order to do that, you have to have a task force that is going to study every case, and that is going to take not months, it's going to take years, because you're talking about millions of people. You're not talking about just you know 200 or 300 people, you're talking about millions of people. So what the Democrats have done is just a complete instability of having control. This is why Alejandro Mayorkas was asked continuously when he was questioned in Congress by Ted Cruz, have you done a study, and also have you done investigations of how many people are credible for asylum? And he will never answer. He was not answering. Why he was not answering? Because he lost control of the border, and because of the millions of people that are coming in. So it's really it's gonna, not impossible. It is possible, but it's going to take a long time. It's not going to take 4 years for him to do that. So there's going to be a flow of people. For him to do that, also he has to control the border, because as you are returning, you're not going to be accepting. And if you're accepting, you're only going to be accepting a few amounts. And I don't even know how many amount you're going to be accepting of credible, legitimate fear rate. It's going to be against your constitutional law and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be difficult. He has to have a strategy, because other than that, it's going to be, I don't even know how he's going to do it. But that's my take. I don't agree with him saying it, because he's going to provoke another thing that is going to happen, and it's going to be unstable for his campaign. But it's, everybody has their own take. I respect. It's called freedom of speech. I don't know if you heard of it, but that's my take. You know. Uh, um, Oscar, do you know how many migrants are getting into the border of Hakumba? I see they're coming mostly from China, Egypt, Turkey. Are they being brought by the UN? It's not that they're being brought by the UN. It's because of the the global compact that they're entering. They're coming because they know that it's really, there's a high possibility of them entering through a non-port of entry. Although the cartel is the one that controls the massive flow, and they control where they're coming from and where they're entering. Uh, your government is the one that is complicit to all of this that is happening. We heard an interview from a border patrol agent. They were calling 200,000 in the last month, I think that it was, and I'm not even sure. I don't want to misinform, but that's what I heard. And the sector that has more trafficking of fentanyl, cocaine, and methamphetamine, um, of the whole borders in the U.S., it is the sector of California. So that is like almost 50% of the sector that they have been trafficking massively cocaine, methamphetamine. So it's a really unsafe sector for trafficking of drugs. That's what Linda, Oscar, I watch you for a while, and your truthfulness is honorable. Thank you so much, Linda. Um, T will bring in more DOJ, and make them work for the USA and not coming after us. Well, uh, why can't more border patrol agents be hired to stop them from coming in, more from coming in? I've said this multiple times. It is not about how many border patrol agents you have. It's not about how big the wall is, how long the wall is, how tall the wall is, how many miles do you have a wall. As long as you are part of the global compact on migration, it doesn't even matter if you have 3 layers of walls. They will still come and you will give them access to whatever place that has to be. The legitimate issue right here is the global compact on migration of the United Nations. The liberals hate me talking about this because that is their number one peanut butter and jelly where they are making money out of human misery. That is the problem. And when you get out of that, you will be regulated. Spain got out of it. Chile got out of it. A lot of countries got out of it. And there are, a country of process. They're a country that collaborates, not a country that is in full with the UN Global Compact. So need to read about that. And why they don't hire more border patrol agents, that's I don't know. That's it's the only thing that I can tell you is that the self-esteem and the atmosphere in the border patrol is in an all-time low. A lot of them, you can see it in their body language. They're tired, they're exhausted, they don't want to go to work. Also the suicide rate inside of the border patrol, it is really dangerous right now. They're going through a lot of PTSD. It's a lot of the situations. They're excited. They're tired. They're overwhelmed. It's reality. It's like every border patrol agency. It's not only the border patrol of the United States. You go to the border patrol of Mexico. They're pinned to the wall, man. They're exhausted. They're tired. There's a lot of corruption. Also, you go to the ones in Panama. They're exhausted. They're tired. They're being attacked by globalists. They're being attacked by NGOs when they're saving people and they're being accused of horrible things. It's just bad. This global compact on migration only brings instability, and they don't comply with the rules of the global compact. So, that's what I believe. Uh, Watching from Baja California. Saludos, Eduardo. If elected Trump said that he will declassify some files, if there's anything that you would like to see declassified, what do you think he will actually be able to declassify? I don't even know what he will be able to declassify. What kind of files? What files are you talking about? Uh, no, huge rush of miners at the border before then. Not rush. I will think that there's going to be a massive flow that is going to be arriving. Yes, not rush. If you say rush, then the liberal will say, "Oh my God, he's creating hysteria and he's fear mongering and la 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 this, la 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 that." There's going to be a massive flow. Yes, there is, and it's already arriving in through the Darian Gap. There's a lot of people coming right now. A long time ago is why we have always be hell bent about keeping North Central America separated. I feel like they're afraid of what we do. No, I don't agree with it. It's not like there aren't people in America. There are just as bad as some people in America. I agree with that. Thank you, Edward. Thank you so much. The Department of Justice, rotten corruption. Oscar, what do you think about the big guy pride going on? Big guy pride going on in Mexico, bad around I haven't seen it. Is this live? Yes, is live. Yes. 96,000 indictments of what 96? What files, man? What indictments? What are you talking about? Uh, I reformulate this. If it is possible, those liberals sacrifice their country for their own use. I reformulate. Is it possible that those liberals sacrifice their country for their own interests, and can they keep control even if Jews for themselves by sacrificing the basic culture European? They're talking about the United States. What are you talking about? Specify the questions, people. I'm not going to be assimilating what you guys are typing. It's really difficult. Uh, it's really difficult to assimilate. Oscar, do you believe white replacement theory? White, white. specifically white. Why is this so triggering for I before I go on with this comment, did you say white replacement theory? The color white. Uh, Oscar, when are you going to take a break from talking and sing a song for us? Eesh, um, I don't. It's been a long time, long time. Um, Questions? Uh, Somebody say white. That's what I'm saying. Like there, it's not even about they're replacing all of us, not just white. It's just it doesn't have to do with a specific color really at this point. This is the color reball to make all feel bad about same shame whites. Um, Go ahead. Questions. Go ahead. Híjole, I just broke something. Oh my god, I just broke something. Replacement theory. I do believe in it's not a theory anymore. It's not a theory. It is a reality. It is not a theory anymore. Uh, you know, is not a theory anymore. It is a reality. It's not a theory. Sorry, Oscar. Trump was asked about declassifying JFK files. Wow, that would be such an incredible thing. January 6 files. I don't like to get into that topic. And Epstein files. That will be absolutely unbelievable. Imagine how many people will get locked up. All these pedophiles. Fish. Imagine that. How crazy that will be, man. That would be absolutely incredibly crazy. Uh, Oscar used to do lives from his car and sang to radio, if I remember correct. Yeah, that would be back in the day. I don't do it anymore because it censors the platform and I get sanctioned. So I will be completely, you know, me shooting myself in the foot. How could the Darien Gap be closed if it is a jungle? Not familiar with how large an area. It's 256 kilometers. It's huge. But what they're going to try to do is just return them back as soon as they arrive to the first village. Return them back. It's just from the first village. You know, get them out and fly them back. I don't know. I don't see no other strategy more than this. So I returning them back from securing the jungle and returning them back from an epicenter. I don't know how they're going to do it. I really do not know. I don't want to speculate, which I have heard speculations here and there what they're trying to do. Your last line, I said, like you're saying, Kenny G. I meant Michael. That's why they want Trump gone. He knows much he can be exposed. Well, Epstein tapes. I think all the Epstein tapes, 20 so files have been destroyed to protect their own. Yeah. Is there any updates on the migrants trying to come over because of our president? Same as always, man. Um, you got more flow that they're going to start arriving because of what Joe Biden just did of just allowing of quantities, specific quantities. Is Mexico assisting in returning these migrants? There's a lot of returnees from the part of Tapachula. They were returning a lot to Guatemala. and they're trying to do their best. Authorities in Mexico, they're trying to do their best, but we are part of this global compact on migration, so it's really difficult. But we're trying to do our best. Selva Darian, one of the worst places in the world. Yeah, I've been in there 4 times. It's not nice. Uh, because they're part of this international global compact on migration, and they run under the humanitarian wing, and they do whatever the hell they want, and they're making millions out of human misery. It's not a thing that it's a lie. It is a reality. Oh, uh, are seeing the being around. 2 boats are coming in this shoreline. Mm. Oh, wow. Um, Santiago Nieves Jr., Oscar, my family in Puerto Rico are seeing the being overrun. 2 boats are coming into the shoreline. Also, no border patrol in sight per my family on the northeast side of the island. Wow. Uh, you know, it's crazy. Well, replacement theory. There are a lot of replacement theories, religious or political or human replacements due to depopulation, low births, cancers. Well, you want to get specific, man. Why? Why you want to get specific? You want me to uh, do a whole hour of a program or what? Um, more questions. A lot of questions right here, man. It's a lot of questions. A lot of questions. Making money over the misery of people. Yeah, that's basically it. Making money over the misery of people, and that's a reality, man. Huge and profound and sad reality. That's what it is. Huge and profound and sad reality. We have seen it. That's why the white giant right here and me, we you know, uh, we don't uh we don't pull back over these people, man. What they're doing it is completely inhuman. Completely. It's bad. I don't think that is a good idea. I really don't. It's bad. They're making a lot of money. What can be done? I already said it like 3 4 times. I already repeatedly said it. Miss Carol Davis. Uh let's talk about those who decide to stay instead, the good side of the story. Uh, mm, you know, there's a lot of good people that I have seen migrating with me. Walking, I have said multiple times, I walk with doctors, engineers, lawyers, architects, models, all kinds of people, really good people, man. But I also have walked with really bad people. And, the bad people are really bad people. And so I have seen it all, but I can tell you there's more good people than bad. It's the only thing that I can tell you. Uh, Oscar, are they really rape trees? Well, they have shown them to you with evidence. I don't know what else you need to be shown. Um, they have shown a lot of videos of them, and their evidence, credible evidence. There's nothing else that it can be. And I can tell you, I have found multiple debris of underwear uh, uh, through my whole investigations on a lot of borders. and I'm not even saying just the northern border with the U.S. with Mexico, in the Darian Gap, south of Mexico. It's bad. There's a lot of abuse towards migrant women. It's a reality. Whoever says the opposite is because it's part of the problem. Um, uh, oh. Oscar, will you videos be submitted for evidence Wednesday if requested? Hope one day. Yeah, I we have done more than a lot of people. More than a lot of people. More than a lot. And I'm gonna I'm not I don't like to tap myself in the back, but I think that I have done more than enough. More than enough to show the reality. And I have gone through torture, walked. I have done more than enough. So I think that we have I have the experience to talk in front of people that they sit down in their NGOs in the borders, and they're just pandering to help, but they actually do not know the reality of the problem. They have never experienced it. That's the reality. Tienes mucho sueño? No, no, no. That's the way I am when I don't drink coffee. Oh, what is your favorite picture behind you? Híjole. Um, that one with the kid right there on the top. I don't think you see it. Let me just see if I can. Right. What the hell? Right there. That one. This one. That's a kid from Venezuela. He's 5 years of age. He was walking in a caravan. And I have a bunch of pictures that are my favorite. Of course, the ones that are framed are my favorite. Me and my brother right here. My brother. That's one of my favorites. But that one with the picture of the kid, that's a 5 year old who was not wearing shoes, and he was walking on the pavement on a caravan for kilometers and kilometers since 5 o'clock in the morning. And I interviewed him when he was walking, and I said, "Hey, how old are you?" And he said, "5." "Where are you from?" And he's like, "Venezuela." He was walking in a caravan. I said, "Where are your shoes?" And my mom has them. I'm like, "Why are you walking without shoes?" I'm like, so I don't. I walk without shoes all the time. The pavement was hot. It was early and it was hot, and I think that's one of my favorite ones. Um, Me and Ben right here. Whew, it's a lot, man. I need to renew the pictures because I don't have from the Darian. Uh, it's a lot of pictures. That's one of my favorites. Uh, Patricia Clark, thank you for everything. Was not sure what the question was presented to you by someone or whether it was protecting you from question or asking about. Oh, okay, I understand. I understand. I'm sorry. No, me. I'm sorry to you, Oscar. Yes, you have. I have been following. Thank you so much. Thank you. Uh, what the children go through is heart wrenching. Yes, it is. Uh, you know, it has been to see it all. It has been really bad. A lot of people have asked me what has been more difficult. Going to Israel to see the war, going to Ukraine to see the war, or to go to the Darien. And in terms to um, physical, the Darien is non-comparable with anything else. Uh, in terms to emotional, the Darien it is non-comparable with anything else. In terms to um, level of life and death. Um, there were parts in Israel that it was really bad. And there were parts in Israel that I thought that we were going to get BOMB. Uh, there were parts close to Gaza. We were really close. Um, uh, and also, missiles flying on top of you. That was not nice. Um, but also, when you're in the Darien, to walk and see decomposed bodies everywhere, and um, to just see people drowning and those kind of stuff, and children crying, and it's just unrecognizable. It will never go away. My mind will always keep those memories, and they're horrible. And our people are going through horrible things. They're really going through horrible, horrible things. And I think that it's time for that to change. And it's really different, different feelings when you go to a war and you see Ukraine was bad, but it was not as bad as Israel. Israel was really bad. Israel was bad. Moving with Chuck Holton was uh, he's an extraordinary man. He's well experienced. Uh, he knows a lot. He's the most experienced on war coverage. Him and Michael Young, but I think Chuck. He moved me around in Israel for us to not get shot and for us to not get BOMB. You know, uh, it's just he was saying, Oscar, if we go over there, look, do you hear it? And it was like boom, boom, a continuous boom, like it was boom, boom. And I said, yes, I hear it. It's like, put your helmet on, put your put your best. We're going. And I'm like, I'll follow you, Chuck. Then there you go. We will go inside these, rough neighborhoods where October 7 happened, and and we will go in there, and yeah, it was bad. Were you in Asphalt? Yes, I was with him. Yes, yeah, I was with him. I think so. Also, there was another neighborhood with which it was attacked really bad on October 7th. I had the name right here, but I forgot. I will remember right now. It was really bad. We went in there, and you can actually hear the drones on top of you. Kibbutz, no, we didn't. We were close to that. You can actually hear the drones, and it was so bad because we were at a point that we stopped with the IDF. I remember this. I wish that I had the video. We stopped with the IDF. There was a check-in point where the IDF was there. We were really close to Gaza, like extremely close. And there's the alarm like boom, boom, and it's like everybody started running to a bunker, and we started walking real fast with the IDF to a bunker. And then as soon as we walk into the bunker, it was like boom, like three booms, like boom, 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 and the ground started like shaking real bad. And we're like, whoa, we were really close. Then you actually see the debris of the war in the buildings, the blood, blood everywhere, blood on the floor, blood, cars that they're completely destroyed. Like it's so bad. But the Darien, it is not non-comparable. It's really non-comparable. Really, it's about surviving on your own. And if you don't survive on your own, you will become a how do you say it? A liability, and you don't want to do that. Um, as a retired military combat service member, I know how hard it is to go to the Darian Gap if I was trained probably for that mission. Yes, it is really, really hard. I had to. Me and Ben, we prepare ourselves physically for torture, and we know what we are going to go through. We know that our bodies are going to hurt. We know exactly what, we're going to be annoyed. We're going to be mad at each other. It's just emotionally, we're going to be completely destroyed of seeing people suffer. We already know that. We prepared our hearts to be as a rock, to not feel. But physically, it's just a complete disaster, man. And then you get sick. I have been sick with initiations of malaria, initiations of dengue. Um, you know, it's really bad. It's bad, and we have been in a firefight with the cartel of Colombia inside with the Center Front guys. The border authorities of Panama. They're heroic angels. That we have been in there. It's just so bad. It's bad, and it's not nice at all, man. I was here for a while. Do you think the migrants will think different about Biden's promises? Well, we never know. Um, hard time sleeping because at first, yes, I still wake up and I remember this young man. I still have him. Oh my God. Uncle Ruckus said, much love from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Thank you so much. 3 coffees. Buy me a coffee. It is right there. Pin in the chat. I forgot about buy me a coffee. Please, people, contribute to my independent reporting and travel fund. Buy me a coffee. It is right there. Help is much needed. Please, people, please. Do you have a hard time sleeping because of all that you have seen in a place you have been? Yes, I do. And this right here, let me just move all the notifications. Uh, right here. This right here. This is my worst PTSD. This right here. I don't know where he is. I carried this young kid for so many hours, and I rescued him, and I don't know where he is. And that's my worst PTSD, man. Sometimes I wake up at 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, and I wonder where he is. I wish that somebody can tell me he's okay. That's the only PTSD I think that's the worst. Uh, you have treasure stored up in heaven for all that you have done for the people. I don't believe that I have done enough. I have a debt. I have a debt with the Lord. So I think that it's never going to end. I think that I am in debt with Him. So every time that I do something is for Him. So I'm sorry, Oscar. Thank you, Oscar, for going through it. Well, it's part of the job. So it's just, it's part of the job, man. uh, Oscar, thank you and Van for showing us. Millions of lives are being misled and destroyed because of the lies of malfeasance, malfeasance by our governments. That's a word that I don't even. There's some words that a lot of people use nowadays, and malfeasance. That's a word. Um, Somebody's saying Saint Oscar Blue. No, I'm no saint, man. No. Lane McEwen saying, "Bless you, Oscar." Thank you so much. Yeah, a lot of people complain that I'm carrying children, and they don't like it. I'm a human being. I feel I have a heart. I don't know. Well, we need to carry our children in America. I'm like, oh my God. When they start like that, I'm like, you don't even know what you're saying. Really, you don't even know. I understand that you're going through some stuff, but like, this is a child that is possibly going to die in the middle of a jungle, man. Like, shut up. Really. When they say that, it's just like, for God's sake. Really, uh I just pull away. And when people start saying that, I just close my eyes and I start praying. Like, Lord, cure this heart. Cure this heart, please. Cure this heart. Cure this heart, please. We are going also through. I'm like, Lord, cure this heart. I start praying, because everybody has problems, but it's just non comparable to this. Really, it's not. Uh, so pray for the children. Yeah, Pray for the children, man. Nothing else. Nothing else. You've been deserving an award for your excellence, for your excellent reporting. Well, the thing is that we work for a Christian conservative network, and that's the thing. For you to get an Emmy, for you to get a award on the, what is it called? The other one, the um, I don't even remember what the other one, Pulitzer or something like that. For you to get something like that, you have to be non-Christian, um, nor with a political party that is aligned with the right or working with a network that is right wing. And if you are, not aligned with that, you will get a prize. You will absolutely get recognized immediately. But if they see that you are aligned with some of that, uh, you know, they will not. Even, oh, they will consider you the worst. Uh, do you work for CVN? Sorry, I work and can't always follow everything, all the ongoings. No, I don't. I am a I work I have a network, Real America's Voice News. I'm also now, and I haven't made it official, but I'm a collaborator with the Epoch Times, and also I work also I'm a collaborator for Bose Media, uh, Hispanic network in the United States. So I work for three networks. The one that I'm always working for and is Real America's Voice News. So questions? People ask an hour and 7 minutes going in talking. Over here is 10:09 in the night. Um, Tomorrow I'm gonna wake up early and go for a run. Uh, I ate horribly this weekend, so I feel guilty. So I'm gonna go for a run, do my cardio, go for a run for an hour, and then come back and relax and go to work. Uh, so questions, people. Uh, yes, I already did speak on my president, but I don't know. What do you want to talk about it? I don't know what question do you need me to answer about my president. Um, what is the question? Mm. Let's see if there's some. Well, thank you so much for joining in. I'm Oscar Blue for Real America's Boys News. I am done for the night. I wanted to come in and talk to you guys for a little bit. I think I did a good job. We are done for the night. God bless you all. Stay safe. Blessings, blessings, and blessings to all. That's the only thing that I can say is blessings to all. Um, my camera's too far to the side of this table, man. What's your take on her? Well, she's a progressive. I have said this multiple times. Let's see what happens, man. I cannot judge right now what it's going to happen. Although she's a leftist and she's a progressive, I don't like it at all. But let's see what happens. You never know. You never know. I'm just praying that everything goes well. Praying we got 6 more years. Um, when she leaves to be president, I will be 49 years of age. I will be almost pushing 50, and I wish that I can. I pray to God that I'm still going to be alive. Uh, but I'm going to be almost 50, years of age. So, um, I don't know, man. It will be 6 more years of that. So, let's see what happens. I pray to God that everything will go well. I pray to God that we will fight the organized crime, and we will have a better future as a country. I pray to God that we can do that. A lot of derogatory people say, keep dreaming, you will never be, and this, and that. Okay. You know, it's okay. That's you, man. And I pray for you. Thank you so much for joining in. I'm Oscar Blue for Real America's Voice News. Thank you. God bless you all. Stay safe. Like we always say, people, God's